All right, gentlemen, we've been over the rules. Protect yourself at all times. Follow my instructions. We're going to keep it clean, touch gloves, and let's do it.
There is a championship buzz in this arena.
Ooh, ooh, these are the ones, J.A.
I'm telling you.
These are the ones.
Justin Gaethja closing as a slight underdog tonight at home against Dustin Porier.
MMA is such a big part of our lives that Selena doesn't generally watch, but she's at home right now, glued to the TV, John. She texted me, said, I gotta watch this one.
Gotta do it. Dustin Porier in the black trunks. Justin Gaethja is in blue. And one of our producers picked up on some buzzwords in the Porier locker room as he was getting ready to come out, as he lands a left and a right. Smother and pressure, the buzzwords coming out of the Porier corner before they came out.
Already like 3 or 4 inside leg kicks though, man. He's gotta check him.
He's got to at least punch, catch one, and take him down something every time he gets kicked in the legs. He's got to answer to those leg kicks.
Gaethja said it would be hard for Porier to be patient with me in his face all night. Porier just misses on the uppercut there.
Gaethja has to be one of the best leg kickers MMA has ever seen. I'm not saying in MMA right now. He's got to be one of the best leg kickers MMA has ever seen.
Nice straight right lands for Justin Gaethja.
Gaethja's already cut, doesn't care though, still pressuring forward, trying to get past that jab of Porier. Watch the counter right hook of Porier, that's going to be one of his best weapons. He steps out and hits that counter right hook.
Not a great location for that cut. Appears to be bothering Gaethja a little bit.
The inside kick's killing Poirier's leg though. You see, you're right. If he does not start checking that, he's gonna have no power in his left hand or his jab.
Gaethja likes to fight on the inside. Poirier is better at range, but at range is where Gaethja can land those kicks.
He's crowding Poirier's power. He's keeping him so stuffed that he can't get Gaethja at the end of his punches, and so he's crowding his power.
Oh, nice combination by Porier. Nice long combination. Was blocked, but a nice long combination. Good jab by Gaethja.
Both guys landing at a 62% clip here through 2 minutes.
The eye's starting to shut down for Gaethja. That left eye's going to get shut. He's not careful. He's got to protect it.
Dustin's already starting to move a little gingerly on that front leg.
Yep, it hurts. He can't take many more of those kicks. It's starting to pick apart. Now his head's getting open because he's worried about the leg kicks. That's what Gaethja does. He chops your legs. You're so worried about defending your legs, you leave your head open and get knocked out.
Big deep breath from Porier.
I mean, the pace that Justin Gaethja makes you fight at is crazy.
He wants you to keep punching him so that you get tired. That's what he wants. He's hoping Porier keeps punching himself out like this at his guard.
Porier is doing a good job of returning when he's getting kicked, but he's got to defend or check these leg kicks.
And at least in the early going, Porier willing to fight at Justin Gaethja's preferred pace.
And he just looked at the clock 2 minutes in.
Well, certainly Dustin has earned Gaethja's respect. You saw how quickly he covered up.
Porier doing a good job staying heavy on the offense, though. He's landing right back. He's not stepping back and just eating shots. He's landing back with Gaethja.
This is what we expected. These guys fighting in a phone booth.
Yep.
Poirier's going to have to get some respect and get Justin moving back a little bit.
Oh yeah. That was heavy.
Or go to the body. That's why Alvarez had so much success, going to the body.
Gaethja has absorbed a lot of significant strikes here early. 38 to the head already for Porier. Under 90 seconds, round 1. Little slip there by Gaethja. Porier starting to settle in a little bit, rips the body effectively yet again there.
One of the bigger issues with being able to hit somebody is that you fall in love with it. You realize that they're there to be hit, so you start throwing everything with absolute power. You got to stay within yourself if you're Dustin Porier when you're landing this many strikes on Justin Gaethja, because he's going to be here. He's going to be here for a while. He's not going out with one punch most times.
And he tries to pressure you, so if you do punch, it's not as powerful as you want because he crowds you, so you can't extend your arms out.
Oh!
That was a heavy hook, though, that Porier just landed. Nice left hook around the ear of Gaethja's pocket. The leg kicks are adding up for Gaethja, though. That's going to really pay dividends in the second round. If he can survive, I mean, we got 30 seconds left, and Gaethja's eating some shots.
Porier is big and powerful at 155 pounds.
And of course, Gaethja doesn't cut a lot of weight to make this 156-pound limit.
No, he said that the only year he All-American in wrestling was the year that he just didn't cut any weight.
Right.
So he's taken that approach in his mixed martial arts career too.
Yep.
He said that the guys that are cutting weight fade as he puts the pressure on him. That's what he's counting on. He's saying, I'm going to chop his leg down and tire him out because he's cutting weight. I'm not. I'll have energy in the third, fourth, fifth rounds, and he'll be done and chopped down.
Big hook landed there for Gaethja in that exchange. Great first round. Great first round. Boom! Inside leg kick by Justin Gaethja. Over and over. Boom! Inside leg kick. You cannot take leg kick for 25 minutes. Now, Dustin Porier had a lot of success whenever he was in the pocket here. Long, extended combinations by Porier. Great first round.
Looked as though the doctor was checking on the jaw of Justin Gaethja. If yes, Justin, it's fine. And Trevor Whitman just seems to be the perfect yin to Justin Gaethja's yang. Very interesting to watch them go back and forth. Whitman thought Gaethja won that first round, but he said, don't worry about banking rounds. Just go beat this kid up. Round 2 underway now.
The best coaches in the game don't just give good advice. They get their fighter hyped up and ready to win when they're in the most pain and they're doubting themselves the most. They know how to trigger their brain and get him to kill. And Gaethja said, oh, what happened? Who won that round? And he says, who cares about rounds? You're going to break him anyway. He says, you're right. And here we are right now, and he's coming heavy with the pressure. But don't forget, Dustin Porier's leg is hurting bad.
Well, we saw a few fights ago, Jim Miller beat up the lower half of Poirier's leg. Dustin was able to win that fight by majority decision. But Gaethja certainly attacking the upper portion, the inside of that lead leg on the southpaw, Dustin Porier.
I thought both guys found success in that round. Gaethja did a lot of good work with those leg kicks, but also Porier did good work with his boxing.
The jab of Gaethja's landing a lot as well. He's using that jab very effective.
Starting to feint now. Nice level change by Porier.
And that's because that leg's hurting.
Oh, yeah. Big shot lands for both guys.
Stop. Stop.
Dustin Porier dealing with an eye poke. We'll see if we can take a look at it. Porier seems ready to...
You've been keeping your hands open a lot. You gotta keep your hands up. That was right in the eye.
Pretty strong warning there from Herb Dean.
Yeah, because eye pokes will take your whole eye out. One eye poke, the fight could be over. It could be really bad. You got to be careful with those pokes.
You need a second to clear your vision?
Ooh, right in the eye.
To a leg kick.
And then you got to take the leg kick too. You know, your leg's already kind of beat up. You get poked in the eye and you got to take an extra leg kick.
What a pain.
So I'm gonna have the doctor look at it? Come on. I can have the doctor look at it.
And now you're giving Justin Gaethja a rest from the beating and from the pressure, and now he can pressure even more than he did in the first place. I think that Porier should have kept going.
Well, and I think that's what Dustin said. I don't want to bring in the doctor. I don't want to give Gaethja a break, but...
You give Gaethja a break, that's the last thing you want to do. You got to hope that the damage accumulates on him. But if you give him a rest, he gets rest from the beating he's taken too.
It looked like maybe Gaethja just got warned again, a little softer that time by Herb Dean.
Gaethja can throw the... Oh, nice combination by Porier.
And he ate it and then threw a hook and landed his own hook in Gaethja.
I think that's his best strike. I think that's Gaethja's best punch, is the left hook.
Okay.
This legendary chin of Justin Gaethja has been tested tonight. It is held up through the fight's first 7 minutes. Gaethja with a glancing left able to land. Oh, wow. Both fighters landing in the pocket.
I mean, it's crazy watching Justin Gaethja fight because this is the way the fight goes every single time. They wonder why he's been in the UFC for 3 fights and has had 2 main events already. Because if you want good fights, you stick Gaethja in there.
First UFC fight was the main event.
Yeah, and you put him in there with guys like Dustin Porier, Eddie Alvarez, and Michael Johnson.
It's only the second round, and Porier is starting to look a little bit weathered. He's on his back heel. He's doing good with his jab. He's ripping the body well, but that leg hurts, and you can see Gaethja just kind of getting him to step back, and he kind of looks at him like, stop kicking me, stop.
He's going to need him to switch. Dustin Porier's got to switch stances.
Oh,
he's got to switch stances.
That leg. Nice
combination by Porier.
Very nice. He's landed 4 or 5 punches in a row, and Gaethje just eats them.
You got to go to the body. If you're fighting Justin Gaethje, you got to go to the body. I think that's why Eddie Alvarez did so well.
Agreed.
He invested in the body early.
Gaethje could take damage to the head because it hurts, but if you take away the air out of his lungs, that's the one way you got to fight Gaethje.
And for the first time in the fight, Porier thought there briefly about a strategy change, unable to take Gaethje down on that attempt. Porier seems to be moving okay, but some significant swelling in and around that right knee.
Nice combination. He's just touch, 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 and then power at the end.
There he is. There goes the switch. Fight conventional a little bit.
Look at Porier's inside of his thigh. His knee is just super swollen. His right leg, the inside of his leg is just swollen.
Not only will this affect his ability to stand, but he can't really set down on his punches, and he won't generate the power that he normally generates because he can't really get heavy on his leg.
And Porier is landing more at a higher percentage for sure.
65% for Dustin Porier as we approach the 1 minute mark here in round 2 of a possible 5.
I mean, through 2 rounds, Dustin Porier is over 120 punches landed. 120 strikes landed.
It's a crazy pace.
It's unbelievable that these guys have to fight 25 minutes.
He has to go to the body more. Gaethje's only head hunting, and that's a problem.
Right hand lands flush over the top for Porier.
Gaethje's body shots are those leg kicks, man. That's his investment. His investment is in the leg kicks. That's how he slows these guys down and he breaks them down. Oh, nice single leg by Porier. Can he finish this?
That would be enough.
Oh, good
nice
elbow right there.
hook.
Good elbow by Gaethje. Oh, nice.
Now Gaethje with some uppercuts here in the clinch.
Goes
Kick up
high
top
with the
for
kick.
Gaethje.
Oh.
Whoa!
Matador, DP, Matador. That's when you're best, when you're on your toes and making a miss.
Throw that 2 and 3. Throw that 3 uppercut. He's dropping his head, right? If you're going to back up, make sure you set your feet and throw hard because he's coming straight to you. Need some water, guys. Water!
Champ, we're doing great when we're picking them apart, okay? All we need to do is defend those low kicks. Or back out.
Make him miss.
Okay?
Make him miss, DP.
You're doing great. Keep picking apart. Okay?
Well, you see the strikes absorbed for Dustin Porier, 29 to the leg. They did not apply end swell to that right eye of Dustin Porier, and Dominic, Dustin was hurting going back to that corner after round 2.
Yeah, Poirier's he's digging deep right now, and this is what Gaethje wants. This is exactly what you want in that third period of a wrestling match. And Gaethje's running back to the center of the mat, and Poirier's looking at it like, stop running. And these guys are about to meet in the middle and see in this 3rd round. Let's see what this is made of.
What a show all of these fighters have put on here in Glendale, Arizona tonight. Round 3 of a possible 5 here.
This is a big round for Dustin Porier in terms of him having to dig deep to stay in this fight. Justin Gaethje has some momentum. Looking at the posture of Porier going back to his seat, it wasn't encouraging if you're Team Dustin.
What's interesting is Porier took all the damage to the leg, Gaethje took all the damage to the head, and it looks like the leg damage hurt more than the head damage somehow.
Well, it usually does, right? It usually does, especially with a guy like Justin Gaethje who's so good at kicking your legs. And the cut on the eye of Porier happened very quick at the end of that round. He was fine, and all of a sudden he's got this nasty cut on the left eye.
And he still hasn't taken one shot yet.
And Porier said he didn't necessarily fear the one-punch knockout power of Justin Gaethje, but he breaks a lot of guys who say, I've had enough, this guy's a maniac.
Yes.
And Gaethje at his maniacal best here tonight, under 4 minutes now, round 3.
Nicely timed takedown, but it's so frustrating when you take somebody down, and Porier wanted just 1 second to breathe on top of him, and he gets right back up. Nice body shot by Porier.
Dustin keeps pawing at that eye. Gaethja keeps just touching. Oh, that kick.
He waits for the
Bigger
left hand
reaction.
of Porier, and he fires that inside kick every time.
And then he just turns the knee out to check, right? Every time Dustin tries to return with a kick, he just turns it out to check. Porier is not seeing that inside leg kick.
They're both tired.
Oh, those reactions are getting bigger and bigger.
Yeah. Well, a lot of people didn't think we would get to the 3-minute mark of round 3. Both guys have had their moments.
He slipped the jab and came over with the 2, and you saw Porier go, whoa, 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 whoa. What was that?
He's hurt.
Big elbow
Dustin
landed.
Porier's hurt.
Yep, he's stuck on the fence, and now he's hoping. He wants to wrestle.
He's got to take time. He's got to back up and find some space. You can't try to go head first in here. You got to grab. Justin Gaethje is too smart. He's going to pick his shot. He won't waste energy and go crazy.
He's going to start hanging on the head, elbow and uppercut from here, make it dirty. Keep going to the legs with the knees.
This is good for Dustin Porier, though. Being in the clinch, being able to hold and try to catch his breath, knock the cobwebs off.
Glendale crowd getting behind one of their own, Justin Gaethje, who has started to take control of this 3rd round.
Porier recognized this, that the pace was going to be high. He recognized that at times Justin Gaethje will break you. That's his intent, is to break you. But at this point, right now, there isn't much he can do about it.
See, Gaethje just heads him off every time. You see Porier circle out, and then Gaethje walks in front of him again and again. He doesn't follow him at all. He always heads you off and keeps you in the box.
And you saw Porier move that right leg back. Just the thought of eating another one, and there goes Gaethje again. Perhaps, though, Porier getting a 2nd win here.
He's in great shape. He came in shape for this fight. He hasn't stopped either. He's fighting his heart out right now. Gaethje's just landing a little heavier shots to those legs, and that's why you're seeing such an effect on Porier. It's the leg shots.
The crazy thing is, we talked about the Eddie Alvarez fight, but that was only 3 rounds. I mean, these guys have to do this for 2 more rounds if we get to the corners.
Big deep breath from Gaethje. You're talking about 2 of the toughest fighters on this roster, top to bottom. Putting on an absolute show tonight. Porier now.
And Dustin Porier is landing strikes and shots of his own. It's just that right now he's wearing the fight on his face, and in his reactions a little bit more than Justin Gaethje.
And Trevor Whitman to our immediate right. He's been smiling the whole time. Under a minute to go, round 3. The leg kicks for Gaethje, 73% on 51 attempts.
Trevor's smiling because this is what he sees every day, right? He knows ultimately what the ending of this type of fight usually is for Justin Gaethje. And if you're Dustin Porier, right now is not the time to be throwing everything with 100% power.
Ooh, he's another eye poke there. He may take a point here.
That's a big break for Dustin Porier.
Not really, because right now, DC, you start feeling that leg. You start taking an assessment of your body and how you feel. Gaethje's getting a break. What's Porier thinking right now? Is he thinking my eye hurts, or is he thinking my leg hurts?
Too many times.
He's taking a point.
Looks like Herb's gonna take a point here.
That's a big deal.
You want to see the doctor? You're fine. Huh? Wasn't it the other eye? No. This one again.
That's the same one.
Well, the crowd doesn't like it, but DC, you don't seem to like it either. There was a stern warning earlier. Herb Dean decides to take a point here.
You have to, right? If you're following the rules, you get a stern warning, and then a point is taken.
Well, that has incited the masses in support of Justin Gaethje.
Gaethje's pretty angry about that. Let's see what he does about it. Still mad. Mad at himself.
I watched it.
I can see how they've been.
Is it getting better? Okay, if you take the full 5 minutes, it'll be good.
Okay, let's fight.
We'll take one final look at it here.
He got him in both eyes.
Yeah, it looked like maybe the other eye, but here we go, final seconds of round 3, and that point deduction could end up huge if we do go the distance tonight.
Justin Gaethja has really good footwork. He does not chase his opponents ever.
Looked like a Porier eye poke at the end of the round now.
That's what it is. That was meant to be. That was a good one. Not as good as the second one.
Ice my leg. It's the top of my eye, sir. It's the top. Yeah, I see it.
Oh, you see something?
No, it's a small cut there. You're getting better though, right? Yeah, I'm all right. All right, vision's better? Yes, fine.
We're best on our toes, Dustin. We're best on our toes. Make him miss.
We need to continue to pick this guy apart.
Yes, sir. Give us all right. Yes, sir. I'm listening to you, Dave.
You're doing well. Okay, when you're boxing.
Stay on the legs.
Lots of way out, baby.
Yeah, you're doing great. You gotta stay on him low. You break the clinch, you stay on him low. You break him low.
Here we go. Up. You got this, baby.
All right, up.
So here we go with round 4.
Gotta go.
And potentially a third round there, Dom, for Justin Gaethje would have gone into the books as a 9-9 with a point deduction.
Yeah, you don't know what that's going to do to the decision, but I mean, right now, I think Gaethje's ahead pretty well, so we'll see what happens. But now Porier's got one eye poke too, so if he pokes Gaethje back in the eye a second time, it could be even on the scorecards with that point deducted for Porier too.
Well, for Justin Gaethje, despite the fact that he has a lot of experience in 5-round fights, this is the first time he's seen a fourth.
Big left hand lands by Porier. He's looking for the finish here.
Gaethje hurt.
Gaethje's hurt bad, but he's been here before.
Gaethje nearly out on his feet. Porier continues to land.
But he doesn't have the wherewithal to clinch.
Dustin Porier,
my goodness.
knockout.
What? Oh my gosh, he does it.
He does not.
Big punch.
A fight for the ages in Glendale goes to the Louisianan, Dustin Porier.
Dustin Porier had thrown this counter left hand time and time again on the inside leg kick. This one landed clean. And right here, Justin Gaethje, an All-American wrestler, never tried to clinch, never tried to shoot a double leg. He did not have the understanding that I am hurt. I need to grab this guy. He stayed with what he has always done and tried to brawl. And Porier is too smart, too sharp, too accurate, and found the kill shot. Great finish by Dustin Porier.
So Dustin Porier unofficially lands 183 of 283 significant strikes, a 65% clip. He found the range early, Dom, and we talked about Eddie Alvarez and his ability to punish Gaethje to the body. Dustin headhunted a little bit tonight, worked the body at times, but Porier is able to get Gaethje out of there to make our main event official one final time tonight. Here is Bruce Buffer.
Ladies and gentlemen, referee Herb Dean has called a stop to this contest at 33 seconds of round number 4. Declaring the winner by TKO, Dustin